Hi there, my name is Dan Dang. Welcome to a new episode of Myth Smashers. On today's episode, did the Hindenburg explode? Or, actually, no, it didn't. But why did it do what it did on that fateful night, with the people screaming, "Oh, the humanity"? Well, to answer this question, we have two theories, supported by two people, a scientist and an idiot. And before I introduce my guests, first, a quick hypothesis, because this is a science show, apparently. Hypothesis time! Well, I personally believe, as many other people do, that Dessler was correct. Why Dessler? Well, simple. Because Dessler decided that hydrogen gas was the problem with the Hindenburg. Hydrogen gas is highly flammable. So, what happened was, over time, maybe the lightning strikes, maybe because something else, hydrogen decides to explode. Now, to introduce my first guest. To support Bain's theory, we're here in the studio, we have David Simmons. Now, Mr. Simmons, earlier today we had a small little experiment. Could you please explain what happened in that experiment?
Well, we combined 2 moles of sodium hydroxide with 6 moles of water and 2 moles of aluminum to form 3 moles of hydrogen gas and 2 moles of aluminum sodium with 4 hydroxides.
Okay, so what type of reaction was this? What is classification?
Was exothermic. Why? Because when we were mixing all the chemicals and things, it was producing heat.
Okay, so what type of reaction is this? Is it synthesis, decomposition?
This is a synthesis and then a decomposition.
Oh, really now? This is quite interesting.
Yes.
Here, to support Dessler's theory, we have, with a PhD in style and a minor in side theater, Dr. Swag!
Hello.
Alright, Dr. Swag. We had a second part to this experiment, correct?
Correct.
Please, show me the chemical equation to the second part.
Well, we have 4 moles of hydrogen plus 2 moles of oxygen, and it creates 4 moles of water.
Okay, so, like I asked him, what kind of reaction is this?
This is an exothermic reaction because
Alright.
it's releasing heat.
So, like I asked him before, what type of reaction is this? Is it like a synthesis, or what kind of thing
Well,
is it?
it's combustion.
Okay, very interesting. Now, you support Bain's theory, correct?
Yes.
What is Bain's theory?
Bain's theory is that instead of the hydrogen igniting, which would produce a, if you'll examine the reports, it produced a orange flame. Hydrogen does not burn orange.
Okay.
Paint burns orange. Lightning struck the blimp, burst into flame, which was orange.
Okay, well, very interesting. In our experiment, how many moles of aluminum did we have?
We had 0.022 moles, approximately.
Okay, how did we get that?
How do we get what? Well, we added 0.6 grams of aluminum to our sample, and the molar mass for aluminum is, as we all know, 27 grams per mole. So divide that, and you get 0.022.
Okay. Well, that's pretty much the last question I have for you. Alright, I forgot to ask, why was this reaction exothermic?
Well, it was exothermic because it was releasing heat.
Okay, very simple, very plain, very straight to the point. I like it. So, the hydrogen gas, where did it come from?
Well, it came from the sodium hydroxide. Basically, it came from when the sodium hydroxide was dissolving.
Okay, very interesting. Now, thank you for both your time. You may leave, exit stage. And, as an obligatory last question, using your California chemistry standards list, what standards does this lab cover, and how? Very nice question, mysterious viewer. Miss Chang. Well, glad you asked. 4A, 4B, 4G, 4H. Conclusion time! So, we'll bring our guests back on the stage, where they will debate whether or not their theory was correct based off the evidence from the experiment. Are you two gentlemen ready?
Yes.
Let's get this debate started. Starting off with Dessler's theory.
Well, obviously paint couldn't just burn that way. Obviously, it combusted due to the hydrogen. I mean,
The
what else would it be?
Well, you forget that hydrogen burns with a clear flame. Therefore, the giant orange ball of flame could not be from the hydrogen, it must have been from the paint.
Well, the paint could have just been a slight burn, but most of it probably was due to the hydrogen.
Right. So what would have ignited this?
Have we? Swag? Simmons? What is the conclusion? Well, looks like you aren't answering, so it's time to do it myself. Well, how I see it, Besser is correct. What happened was, probably lightning strikes or something, decided, hey, let's ignite some hydrogen today, because I'm lightning. I like that. Concentrated fire, technically. I don't know, don't fact check me on this. I'm not a scientist. Okay, so what happened was, hydrogen gas ignites. Starts causing all these big problems. But the paint decides, hey, I'm allowed on fire too. All the cool kids are doing it, why not me? So, paint lights on fire, causing the other flame, the change in color.
So wait, you're combining the theories.
Maybe, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I guess I can agree with that.
Can we shake hands on this? Alright, kids. I think we're done here.